Today is a sad day for Magic. A truly sad day. Today somebody won the Pro Tour, but in reality, every single pro lost. So there was an announcement made today which basically cuts, I don't know how many people know about this, outside of people who are really interested in the pros, but basically, if somebody who's a platinum professional goes to the Pro Tour, that's a really good thing for the Pro Tour, right? They get to have these people who worked really hard then be represented. They can always make sure that they've got really great players in front of cameras, start getting name recognition out there so people see like, oh look, it's LSV playing, I'm so excited. Or, you know, any pro player. So they would get appearance fees to show up at the Pro Tour. So what these fees were is they were about $3,000. So if you're a Platinum Pro, if you're on the gravy train, every set release, you would go to the Pro Tour and you'd be able to get $3,000. Now, of course, you're still having to do well. You still have to be an amazing player. This isn't just free money, because once you're not a Platinum Pro, then it goes away, right? But what it allowed is it allowed people to have the dream of being able to make some sort of a living playing Magic professionally. And this isn't, by the way, a good living. $3,000, it sounds like something, but this is every set release. This is like every 3 or 4 months, you know? That is like way below minimum wage in, you know, like any Western society. And then, you know, they might make some winnings, they might not. But this is like a really small amount of money for somebody to be hoping on living on. And what's just happened is they announced that they would be cutting this by 90%. 90% of the appearance fees are going away for pro players. People who got into the Hall of Fame. The best people who have ever played Magic. The people who everyone looks up to and says, wow, I wish I could play like him. Those people also will not be getting the Hall of Fame appearance fees anymore. Only when they add somebody to the Hall of Fame during a Pro Tour, then they get an appearance fee. Because, you know, they want to be able to take the photos with a bunch of other people that are in the Hall of Fame. But other than that, you know, they're basically spitting on them. And that's basically what this is about. This is about just taking our best players and just spitting on them and kicking them. These people make so much content for the game. Hundreds of hours of content every year, each one of them. A huge amount of what you see in Magic is not made by wizards. 99% of it, more, is made by these pro players and the people who aspire to be pro players. So when you say to these people that everything that they do is now worthless, they are going to leave. They are going to leave. You cannot make a living playing Magic anymore, even if you try. If you try to say, okay, I'm going to win the World Cup, right? And there, they took some small portion of the money that they're saving from removing the appearance fees from all these pros, and they're putting it towards the World Cup, right? So once a year, you have a chance, should you never get mana screwed, should you never get mana flooded, and you play perfectly, then, you know, 1 or 2 people are going to make a good amount of money. But who cares? 1 or 2 people does not a community make. So basically, they're trying to save a little bit of money by making the entire pro scene non-existent. I mean, these people will have to leave, go get jobs. They won't have the time to invest in Magic to be good enough to be a pro anymore, and it'll just be over. And I guess the thought is, you know, who cares? You know, because even though people won't get any money, basically, for showing up, you know, If you're pretty good and you're really rich, so you can just fly to Barcelona or you can fly to Paris, then you're allowed to play pro Magic if you can just afford to do all this stuff on your own. Otherwise, whatever. I mean, can you imagine being a Magic pro in Japan where they get like maybe one event a year and they have to fly everywhere? I mean, it basically makes it impossible. The only people who even have a chance are the people in the States, in my opinion. Because that's where many, many events are, where you can get a lot of pro points and you can drive around the States. There's no borders between the States or whatever. So basically what I'm saying is that this is going to lead to huge death in content creation. It's going to cause lots of pro players to leave. Some have already said, I'm leaving. And it takes away the inherent dream of all, like low, medium level Magic players, whatever. They say, oh, I'm just gonna have a lot of fun. I'm gonna go to this GP because, it's nearby. I'm gonna have fun. If I get really lucky, maybe I'll win a spot at the Pro Tour, all that kind of thing, and they think it's gonna be really fun. Well, now it doesn't matter. There is no dream to Magic, right? It's just actually gone because there's no way to stably have an income. Of course, the most absurd thing about this announcement is that every year of Magic for the past several years has made more money than the previous year. It's doing amazing. They're making money hands over fists. Obviously, when you look at the people who are making Magic cards, they're printing them out hundreds of thousands per minute off of these insanely huge presses. And it is just cardboard. To Wizards, this costs them almost nothing, and the markup is unimaginably huge. I mean, can you just imagine? So, they're just making absurd amounts of money, more money every year than the previous year, and then they take everyone who has ever been an icon of the game and just spit on them. It's unbelievable to me, and I don't know what else to say about it, really. So, that's it.